Just as a quick question before we start. Any of you guys use Rails in the past ever? At all? You?
Played with it a little, but haven't done anything with it.
Oh man.
That's okay.
Okay. You guys know about Rails? At least?
Yeah. Yes.
And you know all the buzz stuff?
Is Django okay, or?
And you roll your eyes, kind of, maybe? There's no right answer to that.
Pretty good.
I'm just trying to feel it out a little bit. Okay. Floor is yours.
All right, Happstack, the framework formerly known as HAppS. I don't know how much you guys have been following what's been going on in the Haskell web application sphere, but it's been pretty hard to develop web app type things in Haskell. There's been a lot of false starts, or somebody would begin to create a framework for it and then kind of give up. There was a framework called Wash. There was I don't know. There's been several, and then HAppS was probably had the most buzz. It sort of started in 2005. Go to the next slide. Yeah, in 2005, Alex Jacobson announced HAppS, and it seemed to get quite a lot of buzz, a lot of blog postings. It got pretty popular. He put a lot of work into making it known. He gave it a tech talk. This is a shot of the original HAppS webpage, which is still live, but actually isn't being updated anymore. It's one of the things that we're going to talk about. Around 2007, it seemed like things were getting kind of dead. 2008, same thing. It should be like, no, people just weren't connecting up. And the HAppS list was very low. The mailing group, which is a Google group, just people weren't really posting very much when they posted. It took a long time to get your questions answered. And on IRC, which was actually a pretty good way to get answered, because one of the HAppS core developers hung out there a lot. Even there, it was rather difficult to get help. So I worked on something called HAppS tutorial during this period, because I was thinking, like, I really liked HAppS, and I liked Haskell, and sort of the whole building web stuff in Haskell appealed to me. Like, I felt like it would be a good thing. So this was my way of kind of trying to revamp what was going on in HAppS and basically make it easier to use. So I basically released something called HAppstutorial.com. It's open source, it's Cabal installable. Basically, it's a good way, it's my attempt to have a good way to get started in HAppS. And by the way, this is a screenshot of the entire day's IRC session in the HAppS chat room. And there's this guy, he's like, hi, is anybody out there? Hello, hello. So this is a particularly pathetic IRC session that we had one day when there was like a very kind of...
Why didn't you help me?
Well, I wasn't there. I wasn't there.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the next slide. Is this you now? Yep.
So, right, in 2009, basically, I was trying to submit a patch to HAppS, because he was having this bug with patch tag, and it would randomly crash because they couldn't resolve DNS. It's unable to resolve DNS, something like that. So anyways, I made a patch for it to fix it, and I submitted it, and I was like, hello, someone accept my patch, put it into the code. And the only guy who really answered was Lemon. He's like, oh, I'll do it in my free time. And so I said, what the heck, man, this sucks. Because I've always kind of liked HAppstack, HAppS, not Happstack. But, there just wasn't anything going on. So I rebranded it as Happstack, and then I named it kind of a fork. But it's not really a fork in the traditional sense, because all I'm doing is continuing what was already there. It's just kind of not going anymore.
Fork implies that the original one is being developed on, which isn't the case.
Yeah. So, turns out a lot of people want to work on it, because I have a whole bunch of people submitting patches now, 5 or 6 people, and it's been a really positive experience so far. So it's kind of experienced a revival right now, which is cool. We've already released a 0.1, and we'll have a 0.2 probably early March, I think. Yeah. And then, shortly thereafter, I saw a lot of common ground here with Mr. Thomas, because he's doing the patch tag thing, which, are you guys all familiar with patch tag?
I should probably say something about it.
Yeah.
I think I was supposed to in the last slide.
Yeah.
So I was working on HAppS tutorial, but obviously, I wanted to hopefully make money with it. I was sort of casting around for business ideas that would seem to be like doable with HAppS, you know, hoping that they might actually work. But even if they didn't work, it would sort of prove that it could work. So I thought of a lot of different things, you know, doing like a little Facebook clone or maybe like a little niche dating site or something. And finally, I decided to do a portal for distributed version control, specifically using darks. So I created a portal for darks where programmers can collaborate in like a common area where they're submitting patches, and it's called Happstack. And there's about 100 users, and Happstack is using it, and still kind of in the debugging phase. We're not broadcasting super high marketing for it, but we probably will start pretty soon.
You guys heard of GitHub?
It's
like the darks version of GitHub.
It's right, exactly. So
and it uses HAppS.
Back in the day, SourceForge, things like that.
yeah, and SourceForge is now also having a lonely year, where it seems like it's getting.
GitHub is so much better than SourceForge.
I know.
It's like going through SourceForge now is like going through a dumpster.
Should we do the next one?
Well, yeah. To synopsis was basically, yeah. I joined him because I spent all this time fixing bugs on this thing, and so I'm like, dude, I'm just gonna join you. So that's how that ends.
Oh, is this for me?
That's you, man.
Oh,
It's your babies.
It works. So if you want to use HAppS, you know, you can create websites that, like, you know, do the right thing. So this is HAppS tutorial, the first one that I talked about, and this is patch tag, the GitHub for Darks project. And the kind of interesting thing to say about this is that patch tag is, a lot of it is actually just the code from HAppS tutorial. So if anybody feels like doing a startup using HAppS, you can just do what I did and kind of install a Cabal tutorial and then mess with it and make it your own. You know, it's kind of like a toy app, and then just build up from the toy app. This is my basic approach. Both of these apps run on like the original pre-Happstack code, but they will switch to using the more up-to-date Happstack stuff, which is actually being developed on now.
Yes.
People are saying in their blogs, Hashtag uses Happstack, and it doesn't yet, but it will. So yeah, you know, it works. That's all.
Right. So, who's familiar with like how HAppS works, like the whole Prevailer kind of thing? SM, Simon Michaels. Sorry, can't get that out of my head.
But they're IRC buddies.
Yeah. Right. So, for the rest of you guys, here's a crash course. Happstack has a built-in HTTP server, which you can either serve directly, or you can put it behind something like Apache or Nginx or LightTP or whatever your favorite one is. We got a templating system. Well, not really. You can use any templating system you want. But what I recommend is either HSP or HString template, which soon in the Happstack code base, we're going to try to make that nice and easy as a default, kind of like Rails, how you can get.
Is there any place where it's documented how you swap out the server?
How you swap out the server, meaning?
Have Happstack not use its own HTTP server.
Okay, so something like what kind of interface? Like CGI, FCGI?
Oh, I was thinking more like Nginx or like.
Well, in a sense, the HTTP server is an interface to serving it to under bigger, badder servers. I mean, the point of putting it behind Nginx, I mean, what do you mean, like for like performance gain, or what would be the reason that you'd be worried about that?
Just to avoid like the site going down because it got linked on Reddit.
Ah, okay.
Actually, the issue that I've been doing that for is I've got a server that has multiple sites running.
Okay.
There's the glass stack, or semi-glass, or seaside site that is possibly going to be HAppS.
So you got like virtual servers with the
Yeah.
same IP, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's exactly what you'd use something like Apache or Nginx. I mean, actually, as it is right now, you can do that. In Apache, you would use mod proxy backend, or mod proxy, or mod proxy balancer.